Roxanne left us with a little teaser a little while ago. And we were talking about a woman, this is last week, lost $380 at the Seminole Hard Rock and Casino. And she was staying at Clearwater Beach. She lost $380 in slot machines, and she got all ticked off. So she calls back later that night after getting back to her hotel room. So she went to the Seminole Hard Rock off I-4, goes back to her hotel room in Clearwater, and decides that it would be a brilliant idea to call in a bomb threat. What a momo. And then Roxanne says, hey, I've got a friend that was angry at his cell company and called in a bomb threat.
Well, I probably have to clarify two things. One, he's not really a friend anymore.
Okay. All right.
And
wait, so you don't hang around with guys that call in bomb threats?
No, I think he stole from us, too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this story's getting better. First of all, who is this? Don't give me the exact name, but who was this guy?
Okay, well, just Rick. Going back years to when I was married. So years ago.
So what did Rick do for you guys?
So first of all, I have to explain that like February, March for us, for me and my ex-husband was always like we'd have roommates because our house was like a halfway house for minor league baseball players.
For drug dealers?
No, for minor league baseball players. They don't make a lot of money unless you're like a bonus baby.
So Roxanne's first husband was a baseball player, and he was a Ray?
He was a Tampa Bay Ray.
Back then it was a Devil Rays, right?
Yep.
That's a smart move. Let me bring a bunch of young baseball players around my hot wife and let them just sleep over.
Dude, this will work out just fine.
This would be great.
Did he ever make it to the big show, or was he just minors?
He didn't. He got injured quite a bit.
All right, so he never made it to the big show.
Not.
Just minor league player.
Exactly.
And then you guys used to let all kinds of other minor leaguers stay at your house?
For sure. February and March.
Was Rick a minor league baseball player as well?
He was.
Okay.
He was. And so
did he ever make it big?
No, he did not.
He never made it to the big show either?
No.
Hey, Mrs. Wilder, do you have any cereal or anything? I'm like hungry. And I can't, there's no food.
And Roxanne's like, I'm 2 years younger than you. Don't call me Mrs. Wilder.
All right, so what happened with Rick?
So I remember it so distinctly. He's sitting on the couch.
By the way, not that anyone's not going to be able to figure out who he is. A guy named Rick, who is a minor league baseball player. He's sitting on the couch and what?
And he's getting madder and madder because he's talking to his cell phone provider.
So he's yelling on the phone?
Yes, and I think he was kind of making a show of it. You know, a bunch of guys were over.
Yeah.
The pit bulls on the couch next to him. And
Dude, Rick is ruthless. Check out Rick.
Who had a pit bull?
My ex-husband did.
Okay, all right,
And so he's on the phone, and finally I hear him say, and I'm watching this I'm probably the only sober one in the room, and I'm watching this get a little bit heated, and then he goes, that's it. I'm going to send a bomb to you. What's your name? And I'm like, this is not going to end well. But this was, I mean, nothing happened. I was worried for a good couple of days that police were going to come to our house.
The cops are going to show up.
You would think so, but I guess they developed enough rapport. But then I think Rick stole from us.
Well, first of all, we'll get into that in a second. You can't tell if you're having a dispute on the other end of the phone with a utility, if you have customer service on the other end of the line, you can't threaten them with a bomb.
This is Rick, and I'm going to be a Major League Baseball player, and I'm going to explode your place, I swear. Mrs. Wilder, your toilet's clogged. Can you fix this? You have a plunger, dude?
I wasn't a house mom. I was Froggy's.
Mrs. Wilder?
When's my laundry going to be ready?
Mrs. Wilder, my baseball pants are still stained.
All right, so why do you think he stole from you?
Well, because a gun went missing from our house.
Oh, my God. A gun went missing?
Yeah.
What kind of a life are you living?
What is up with you? You're like a gypsy over here.
I wasn't the gypsy. I wasn't stealing guns from people's houses.
Look, I'm going to need that gun for when I have my confrontation with Altel.
These are two separate events. That the gun theft had nothing to do.
And this was your former husband's gun?
Yes. Then they ended up. It showed up in a trash can at the airport.
What?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Wilder, how do you load this thing?
Coop is like, he's shaking his head like. Blah, 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 blah.
This sounds like a Mad Libs game. You just fill in the nouns and adjectives.
It does.
So blank got stolen at my house.
And then it shows up in a trash can at the blank.
Airport?
Who found the gun in
The police.
at Tampa International?
Yeah.
Oh,
And that was a thing. It was like there were so many guys who hung around the house that it was hard to figure out who would have taken it.
Oh my God.
And then that's the time, a bunch of them get released
So
and they
what-
go on their separate ways. So it's like, okay, we know
Did they fingerprint the gun to find out who had the gun?
no prints on it, but they did
What do
an
you mean
investigation.
they wiped the gun before they ditched it in a trash
I
can at
guess so.
Tampa International?
Well, listen, MJ, last week we had a story about Coop and doing a lift ride. The guy gave him a knife because he couldn't take it on the plane. The guy stole the gun, took it to the airport, realized he couldn't get on the plane with it.
And then dumped it
Then he
in
had
a
to dump
trash
it,
can.
yeah.
My God.
I bet you airport trash cans have a lot of fun stuff.
Oh my God. Maybe that's a bit we ought to do.
Just go
The MJ Morning Show, searching airport trash cans.